What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel, or catch me online at www.whatsupinthesky.com. And you are looking at a Spirit Rover picture. It was sent to me by my friend Carol from the United Kingdom, and there's a lot of good stuff on this. I started breaking it out. I want you guys, all my Mars buddies who are bored, the Curiosity Rover pictures coming down lately haven't been that great. The resolution on them haven't been wonderful. The last thing. So if you want something to look at, something to go pander through, just to do your thing, this one's the one to get. There's a lot of good stuff on here, and I'm not going to go through it all, but I went ahead and I marked some of it out in the green. And what you're looking at here is just something that's pretty cool. It looks like a carved rock here, and it just looks like everywhere else on Mars. Doesn't matter where we sent these rovers. This was Spirit. It looks destroyed. The whole planet looks like a junkyard, and it looks like it had a whole bunch of stuff there. This is kind of cool. It almost looks like a lion or something. It's like a pretty interesting looking, if anything, if it's just a volcanic rock or something, it's got me. I tell you, it looks like a smashed up statue of some sort, and we're gonna find all sorts of interesting stuff along this picture here. And we're not gonna go too much into it. I'm gonna let you guys take a look at it and see what I get, because you guys, I really want you to guys send me this one. Go ahead and mark out what you guys do and send me some stuff, because I've already marked some of this. Ooh, let's see here. And here's how it came. And let me show you where I got it from, because there's also a bunch of others, and that's like barely even touching into the stuff that's going on in this picture. And let me see some of the other stuff I just saw a couple minutes ago. Came down here, right here. Look at this. Tell me that doesn't look like a buried dog statue, or a statue of something like a dog just buried in there. All sorts of cool stuff in this one. Let me show you what we got. Oh, that was the. Here we are. It's the Lookout Panorama from Spirit, and this one was really cool. Sorry about that. As I go text messaging during my thing. Alright, it's late. I had to talk to my girlfriend there. She's on her way over. And I'm making videos for YouTube. I love it. I love it. So this is a pretty big one. Go ahead and get the JPEG if you just want to follow along. But if you guys come get the big one if you guys are coming to do the research. Um, and like I said, I've got this back in Photoshop here. And what I love doing with these pictures is the first thing I do when I've got these. I think that the rovers add, especially, ooh, sorry about that, the older rovers definitely added more of this ugly looking tint to it. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to select the right layer there, the background layer. I'm going to do edit, auto color, so you see what Photoshop thinks this photo should look like. It's going to take out anything it shouldn't be there. It's going to color, make it even. Watch what happens every time. The sky goes blue and pops right out. Looks just like Earth. It takes off that filter. So this thing adds that ugly filter. Look how much more brighter and it pops now. Yeah, I mean, look at the difference in the two things. So now, all sorts of interesting stuff on this picture, from the different carvings in the rocks to various rock forms. Once again, I think we've got machines in this picture. Let me pull out some of the stuff. Let me go ahead and pull back here, and we could just go through it and see some of the stuff here. See this right here? See this triangle looking metal? Um, and look here, looks like a control pad to something here. Almost looks like a control pad to a game, and it's just thrown in with these rocks. And if this is the top of a rock, we've got something interesting going on here. I mean, look at this here, and it's got that perfectly almost the exact same look. And what's really cool, look at it right here in the middle of this. Look at the hole there. It looks like there's a lot of holes in this whole area too. We're gonna see a lot of holes in rocks, big ones, little ones, tons of holes everywhere. Big ones, small ones. You know how it goes. You'll get your fix of them. But if this stuff is just random rock, our eyes are doing this to me. I mean, it's just cool to, you get faces if you just look at stuff. So look here, one eye, two eye, mouth. I mean, your eyes do that anyway. A lot of the stuff I do here is, speculative. I see what I see, you see what you see, and we meet in the middle. That's what I always say. Um, but this is just an interesting piece either way. You've got this piece here. It looks like metal. And it looks like it's chopped up into pieces. Um, Almost like gears as they were turned, or like some sort of slinky type material that's metal or something along those lines. A lot of carved out rock. You're gonna see that's been thrown all about another area that looks like it was had that destruction. No matter whatever took everything down, the destruction was pretty bad. So let me show you what I had done with the colors here, and see if there's not too much that we can't go up there and take a look and see real fast and give you a quick look at some of the stuff that I've been looking at here. And so you guys come back and let me know what you guys found. Look at the rover was interested in over here. See how it just kind of did a backtrack, back and forth. And I was looking at what this stuff was. And it just looked pretty interesting. These two rocks look similar, and this here looked pretty interesting. And whatever this is, the rover sat here for a good little time and went back and forth because you can see the tracks, so they came back and forth and the pattern they laid when they did it. It almost looks like it walked right over, it rode right over some interesting, right over whatever some of these artifacts are. See them buried in there. Um, but that was kind of cool to me, just checking it out. These right here seem to be interesting. Just whether these are rocks or not, or they look to be carved. They seem to have definitely shape to them. Let's see here if I can drop some of this down a little bit so it's not so bright. And it just blends in and just pulls it out just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's what I like to do here. Um, let's go down and look at that dog head again. Well, here, and let's look next to it. Check this out. This rock here, this looks like a piece of a toy or something that you'd see. But then let's drop this, and then maybe just do our fancy like we like to do here. I love doing this. And hitting it with the, well, make sure I get it right on the correct background. And let's do this. All right. Auto color. Pulls it out a little bit. Let's see. Backwards. Image adjustments. Okay. It drops that. Alright. Maybe I can pump it up just a little bit more. Let me see if I hit the exposure. I kind of want to see what this stuff here is. It kind of looks like it's got some stuff in it. Here and here. It's at the similar. It's at the top of it, but I will go on. The dog thing's pretty cool. This definitely looks like the statue, at least a silhouette of a dog statue. You can't really tell. Adjustments, auto tone. Well, you can see the what looked like ear in there too, an ear that's been carved. And then next to it here, you've got this interesting um, shape. But either way, let me put the colors back on and let's go breeze through here real fast and take a look at some of these other things. That was cool here. See how it's got these concentric circles that come moving up to it? Just there, that could have been from water. See, they're coming out saying that there's water. Like I said, you watched my news video I did on the news from the water, saying there's water on Mars and stuff like that now. Well, they've been saying that forever. There's ice water, there's water, but there's 2% in the soil, which is surprising to them. It's not surprising. There's a lot more than that, I think, and it'll slowly leak out over the years. It's not going to come out right away, especially if you want to know why, go look at the Brookings Institute. Looks like here we've got what seems to be a part of a statue broken off, and this whole area up here seems to have a bunch of statues or a bunch of something broken off. See how they're just kind of randomly broken, thrown around? Um, Let me go back to the one I was just looking at. And see here, when I add the color to it, you can really see how the actual ground itself just gets into these patterns that look to be pretty cool. Almost like there's some sort of wood or some sort of platform there, some sort of framing. More of these, see, here's that one little thing here. Let me see if I can't pull that out a little bit. Image, auto tone. Well, okay. See that there? And this has just been sheared off. See, it looks like it's been broken. The mouth and the nose. Here's the nose ridge. Here's where the eye. One eye is, and yeah, some of it's missing. Another eye, and then the mouth. And the mouth comes down perfect. It looks, it's there. I mean, whether that's it or not, like I say, that I see what I see. You see what you see. But another cool one. Let's see. Step backwards off of that. One more, and that should be enough. Bingo. All right. And then once again, you've got some more just interesting pieces here. More of the roundish stuff. Seems to be an awful lot of round things in here. And I want to show you a couple of the other pretty much anomalies that stood out to me. All this stuff, if you want to guys, I want you guys to really come take a look at this and send me some stuff. See how a lot of stuff just has holes in it? Um, it's all over. Here, let's check out here. Check this stuff out right there. Let me drop the color off of it so you can see it. Just, what are they? Look like little gears or something that you'd play with. Looks like they've been thrown around. Here we've got, that rock was interesting to me. It looked beveled. I didn't put the color on it just because it was too obvious to me. Um, but see that again? That's very cool to me. And it was also sitting next to this here. See this, how this is just sitting out here like this? It's kind of like metal, like sheet metal that's just been tossed around. See how it's just been twisted and cut and turned, and just that would seem pretty interesting to me. Up here, this whole pattern here, check these out. More of the circles, more of the circles. And this whole thing right here is just interesting to me. How it's all kind of grouped together in one little spot. Along with these rocks, these all seem to be the ones that have been sitting out and they're really wind. You can tell that the wind's gotten to them. They look really smooth. They've been sitting on top of this hill probably for a very long time. More of these what seem to be kind of folded up and hollowed out rocks or whatever these are, rock, whatever this stuff is, whether it's rock. That actually looks, see the color of it's very interesting there. Um, this was kind of cool to me too, just kind of like fingers coming down, stone fingers. They don't necessarily look to be carved, but here you had some very what seemed to be carved things, more of the circles in the middle, and then next to it you seem to have something that's been cut out, you know, where something actually has been carved into the rock. Um, More of these really smooth, which I would, particularly just being out here on top of the mountain, that's going to get like that, I'd imagine. If you call this a mountain, this is Husband Hill, I do believe. We showed you it on the other link. Now, there's also a lot. See, these all blend in, but there's also another anomaly that was pretty cool. Let me see if I can find it now. These were just randomly out on the hill. Here's some more stuff here. Check this out here. Alright, it's just kind of up next to it. More of the holes, kind of how, and then more of what looks to see how the rock itself is just kind of melted in. See how it's been shaped in? Um, Now, we're looking at it from an angle, so it's on the side, but to me, everything seems like those Pumapunku blocks that have just been melted away. And look how this is. This seems to be some sort of metallic. That's more. Uh, there is an awful lot in these pictures here. This whole thing is just filled with it. And look at these, the type blocks here that seem to have the holes again here. Almost like they were functional. A lot of the stuff, like I said, a lot of the stuff here on Earth, like Pumapunku, behind the scenes, you don't even understand what's going. You don't see it unless you really find some of the ones that haven't been blocked, or if you watch a lot of those ancient alien shows and stuff like that, which can get really cheesy, those shows, but they also can they show a lot of really cool stuff when it comes to down there and these, you know, down in Peru, um, down in Bolivia. Okay, here's another spot that was really interesting to me. Okay, this looks like machinery. This looks like something that was just like at the Rock Nest video, was sheared off. See how the metal, you can almost see the metal cut perfectly. Look at that. Comes up. More and more of the patterns what seem to be, it looks like the antitherica mechanism that they found underwater that had all those gears. They really couldn't see all those gears until you took the x-ray of it. And look at the circles and how it comes out. This is just a very interesting formation. Here seems to be another piece that's just buried in the dirt. And who knows how long that stuff's been buried there. More and more of what seem to be ornate pictures. Alright, now there was also one more thing I wanted to show you guys up there. Where did you go? Where did you go? Hey kitty, we're almost done the video, don't worry. More and more, you see the colors that I've done with these. More and more seem to be block type things. I showed you that already with the it's funny how my eyes get drawn back to the same place. It happens all the time with this. Okay, more stuff here. Check this out. These cuts are pretty cool. I noticed this has like how this has this recessed and this has been recessed, and it just kind of looks like it was added to it after the fact. See, just kind of seems like it was carved. probably done by nature, but that was, to me, that was pretty cool. Alright, one more time. Let me try and find this other one. And this is getting long. I didn't want this to go as long as it is already going. But this is another, like I said, this one we're going to come back to. I hope I get a couple of you guys sending me what you guys do. Okay, check this out here. Here's more the circle anomaly. See this one here? And then there's another one there, but the perfect one's right there in the middle. And you're going to see how perfect it is. See that? It's almost like a bullseye sitting there ready. And there's another one coming up around the corner here. Then more of these ballast type things and box type rocks. Here it is right there. Alright, and then we're going to leave you with that. Um, See it? Looks like a tennis racket, but pretty huge tennis racket, I'd say. It's definitely perfect symmetry. It stands up on a very interesting thing up there. Not really sure what's above it. See how it's got the a circle above it too, and it comes off. But let me know what you guys think. This is a great find, Carol. She had sent this over. Um, more and more stuff on here. If you want to check out here, let me bring up the layer thing so you can see where I've actually hit it with everything. And wherever I've got the green is where I've got it. So I'll pull across slowly so you can take a look. And of course I didn't hit all these. I hit some of the cool ones. And let me leave you with this one more time. And if you look at this just right, you're gonna see the cool thing I see. I really see here this two eyes, a nose, and this rock has fallen in front of that face. And this itself has some interesting patterns on it. Let me see if I can't just adjust it real fast, and we'll leave you with that. It is Friday night at 10:40. We're just getting our night started. I'm about to flip the lights on and get dressed and go have a good time. All right, it's time to hit the town Friday night. Much love, guys. Do 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 do.